Hey everyone, this is Michael Trotta. I'm here with Xander Karsten from LegalServer. We are here to talk a little bit about the fall 2025 summit that we're hosting in San Diego, California on October 20th and 21st. You may have heard about it. We actually, Xander, myself, and Chris Schwartz and Leah Brock, the rest of the planning committee, the team, did a recording earlier, which I will link in the show notes, where we're talking largely about what the new framework is about, how we're setting it up, what to expect, so that you can get a big picture sense. But today we're going to talk a little bit about Xander's session. In fact, we're going to try to make an effort to speak with each of the session presenters. So Xander, your session is, I have to look it up here, is entitled Collaborative Solutions, Engaging Outside Partners in LegalServer. First of all, thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Can you take a minute or two to just give me the big picture idea of what the session is about?
Yeah. So really, we're going to be talking with a couple of agencies and with folks in the room about how they leverage community ties and outside expertise to more fully serve their clients. Highly interactive, a lot of time to just really come together and talk about how we exist in these larger ecosystems and how we can really tap into those to better serve all of our clients who have so many multifaceted needs that we alone can't address as
Yeah,
just a single agency.
right. When we sat down to design how we wanted to design these sessions, one of the things we are focusing on is making sure that we are speaking to a specific problem that our audience might be experiencing. So, what problem does this session help address, or problems?
We all know and we've all talked about how we are part of a broader service community and that we can only provide a sliver of the services that our clients actually need. And yet I've been talking about this. We've been talking about this as a community since certainly before I came on the scene, and that was 15 years ago. We still don't always engage with other service providers, and sometimes we just don't even see the opportunities. So I'm hoping that this session is going to help push some of those conversations about how to engage with outside partners and how to do it in a way that we can better serve our clients.
Because I don't know, I don't have the same background as you. What are some of the kinds of things that you're talking about that is a challenge with engaging with outside partners?
For example, we address an eviction, and there may be some sort of legal claim in this eviction, but what the client also needs is help getting their security deposit or their security deposit back. Or what they also need is first month's rent on the next place, because ultimately they're not going to be housed at this current apartment building for all time. And so they may need a community partner who provides first month's rent, and they need somebody to help make those connections, or they need help once they're in the courtroom, once they're actually at court, and they don't have time to go out to a legal service provider's actual physical location. Or in the case, so often is the case in the public defender realm, where we're working with true outside experts who don't belong to that agency and may do work on a contract or a non-contract basis.
Hmm.
So those are all ways in which we're really thinking about people outside of the LegalServer users who are actually in your system.
Right. And I'm going to lead the proverbial witness here a little bit and say that it's not going to be your responsibility at this session to give all the answers. Is that right? Like,
That's absolutely
we're going
right.
to be sourcing the community. And by community, we're talking about the community of users from all the different agencies that are in attendance, because there is that wealth of knowledge and the knowledge sharing that has the potential to take place. I can't imagine some amazing solutions will come out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone, it's one of those situations where everyone is doing something and
Hmm.
everyone is doing something that's a little bit different. So you may be doing an amazing collaboration with the Salvation Army to get first month's rent, right? But there may be another agency who's sitting right next to you who's doing an amazing collaboration to get legal information into the courtroom. And by bringing people together and having everyone's got these community collaborations. It's not that no one's doing it. Everyone's doing a little bit of it in a few different ways. And so I'm really hoping to help facilitate some of those conversations that hopefully folks come away with some new and interesting ideas.
If there was one thing that you hope participants walk away from your session with or knowing without spoiling the session now, what would it be?
I think, that we really are all interconnected and that we're all rowing in the same direction. Both all the people in the room and as the attendees think about their larger local communities,
Mm.
that that although so often it does feel like we're all on our own little island, either because of our funding or because of our legal topic or because of our area of expertise, that all of these little islands come together and we are the safety net for our clients.
Yeah.
And that we can really create those. I almost think about them as nets across those islands to catch people. And
Yep.
how can we make those nets, how can we make those connections stronger? And hopefully folks will hopefully come away with some new and interesting and even just lightweight ideas that they can just implement right when they get home.
Yeah. And I'm going to say this, but take it with a grain of salt. Isn't it like that how they win by keeping us on our separate islands, whatever
Yeah.
that is or they is, the forces that do make us feel separate from one another and like we're fighting the fight all by ourselves. And community is about coming together. And that's what this opportunity is with your session to work on a very specific idea and topic and need.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Excellent. So again, October 20th and 21st, tickets are on sale. You can go to legalserver.org and find the tickets, a link to the tickets at the top banner there. I will also put in the show notes a link to our previous recording. Xander, I'll give you the last word. Any last things you want to say before we say goodbye?
I think the only thing that, well, I'm really excited about the summit this year. I think that being able to really come together as a community and talk holistically about the work that we all do together is an opportunity that we just don't have in other spaces and that we don't have in other times. And being able to, it's been very meaningful to me to be a part of creating this space. And I'm really excited to see how people show up to it.
Awesome. So thank you again for your time, everybody. We'll hopefully see you in October, and we'll see you with the next video and the next session presenter. Thanks, Xander.
Thank you.